So welcome and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing. Topping our newscast tonight, Juan Luis Hospital's board held a special meeting Thursday afternoon to talk about the funding they need to address CMS. But it doesn't seem as if they're any closer to identifying where the money will come from. News 2's Erica Parsons has the story.
Juan Luis Hospital needs about $10 million to fix some of the problems that threaten to cost the hospital its CMS certification this week.
We asked the Senate for $10 million.
On Thursday, the hospital's board convened for a special session. According to a statement from the hospital, CEO Dr. Kendall Griffith presented a financial picture of the hospital needs during that meeting. $5 million is needed for medications and prescriptions, $1.6 million needed for third-party consultants, another $1 million is needed for medical record software. They need about $1.5 million to restart the psychiatric unit, and there are other costs. JFL requested a budget of $37 million, but was only granted $20 million. In order to avoid termination with CMS next month, they need to work with the government to come up with and sign off on a systems improvement plan. But that means a financial commitment from the VI. Now, Dr. Griffith says JFL continues to be in talks with senators and the governors and delegates' offices, but so far nothing new has come out about if and how soon they'll get the funding they need to make system improvements. Reporting from St. Croix, I'm Erica Parsons for News 2.
Now, the Daily News reported that Juan Luis' new CFO, Sam King, has been terminated from his position. News 2 was unable to get any comments from hospital officials. We will keep you updated. Governor John DeYoung is questioning the fiscal year 15 budget senators passed last week. He said the budget his office proposed in June addressed a projected budget gap of nearly $160 million. He's concerned that senators cut the budgets of government agencies making money, and he's prepared to wield his veto pen if necessary.
Looking at the general fund budget, we're still unsure as to exactly what the legislature has done and how they've actually been able to fill that gap, whether with revenues or with expenditures. Because our biggest process through this entire process for the last several years is we wanted to minimize the impact on the community with programs. We wanted to minimize any layoffs that would be necessary. Early next week when the budget is due, I'll make that determination as to which items I veto, which ones I approve, and the legislature will make its determination as to how it responds accordingly.
Well, next week, teens who are out of school or juniors and seniors who are transitioning will have access to resources for the job hunt. The Department of Labor is hosting a Career Resources Connections Expo in each district. Labor is partnering with disability stakeholders for National Disability Employment Awareness Month. The expo will feature resume preparation, interview and tips, looking for a job, and numerous other workforce resources and tools. On St. Thomas, the expo will be held on Tuesday, October 14th at Windward Passage. On Thursday, October 16th, St. Croix will host the expo at the Cardiac Center. Both events take place from 9 to 3. In other news, major crime detectives on St. Croix issued a wanted poster for 27-year-old Stedroy Hurst on Thursday. However, Hurst turned himself into police less than 24 hours later on October 10th and was formally arrested the same day about 9:30 a.m. He was charged with first-degree murder in connection with the fatal shooting of 19-year-old Malik Davis and placed on a $1 million bail and remanded to the Golden Grove Adult Correctional Facility pending further court action. Well, here's the latest Crime Stoppers report on St. Thomas. On October 1st, 2012, about 8:40 p.m. in this cold case, a shooting took place near Building 17 of the 22 high-rise housing community. The lifeless body of 19-year-old Kareem Moses was found with multiple gunshot wounds. Looking over on St. Croix, police say on October 3rd at 8:50 a.m. they received a call of a possible shooting victim in an Estate Grove residence and found 33-year-old Shakura St. Louis in her bed, dead with a gunshot wound. Also on September 24th in the Mutual Homes housing community, 25-year-old Miguel Rivera was fatally shot. Now looking over on St. John, police say on September 30th, about 4:45 p.m., police were dispatched to number 12 Contant apartment that was left securely locked around 10:55 that morning. About 4:20, When the resident returned home, the deadbolt and window louvers were tampered with and many items missing, pictured right there. If you have any information, please call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. The Smith Bay Community Action Foundation, Inc., they're hosting a Cash for Trash cleanup initiative in the Smith Bay community. That's on Saturday, October 11th. And the purpose is to enhance the area by cleaning the roadside and throughout the neighborhood. The SBCAF also, they're inviting residents, all residents of surrounding neighborhoods, fraternities, civic organizations, and even all high school students who are seeking community service hours to participate. All participants will meet at 8 a.m. at the Old Domino's gas station, where garbage bags, gloves, rakes, and shovels will be distributed. The SBCAF is offering cash for trash. Police on St. Croix arrested Dumare Isles Jr. on February 25, 2014. Officers say 2 firearms were confiscated from a vehicle that was stopped by them on Melvin Evans Highway because of inoperable brake lights. The firearms were entered into the national database that they found, where they learned one of the firearms was stolen from a licensed gun owner in Florida, and the second firearm was stolen from a licensed gun owner on St. Croix.
Dumare Isles was arrested on October 9th at about 9 a.m. and charged with unauthorized possession of a firearm, possession and sale of ammunition, grand larceny, buying, receiving, or possessing stolen property, and failure to report firearms obtained outside or brought into the Virgin Islands.
Well, numerous activities are planned as domestic violence awareness continues, including the Clothesline Project this Saturday at Tutu Park Mall in St. Thomas. On Sunday, FRC is hosting the annual Walk a Mile in Her Shoes Men's Run Walk. That starts at 4 p.m. at the Adelita Cancrine School and goes to Sub-Base. Now on October 15th, tune into Channel 12's Face to Face for a discussion on domestic violence. The big annual event, the Take Back the Night March and Candlelight Vigil, will be held on both islands on October 23rd. On St. Thomas, it begins at 5:30 p.m. at Emancipation Garden. The St. Croix March begins at 6 p.m. in Frederiksted. Turn our attention overseas. U.S. warplanes carried out 6 more airstrikes against ISIS targets as the militant army took control of a key border town. International observers say ISIS now controls more than 40% of the town of Kobani. U.S. officials said they're less focused on saving Kobani and more concerned about a larger strategy to degrade and destroy ISIS. Retired General John Allen is in Turkey talking with the country's leaders about that country's role in this effort. The U.S. wants to launch airstrikes against ISIS from Turkey. And keeping our eye on the economy, if you find yourself asleep on the job, you're not alone. A Gallup poll shows that 40% of Americans get less than 7 hours of sleep a night. A new study in the journal Sleep says that men need at least 7.8 hours and women need 7.6 hours. Here's a look at the New York Stock Exchange with our Stock Market Watch. Everything down, the Dow 0.69, NASDAQ 2, S&P 1. Coming up on News 2, why were All Saints school students marching downtown St. Thomas on Thursday? We'll tell you. We'll be right back. As we continue our breast cancer awareness, don't forget to mark on your calendar the Making Strides Breast Cancer Walk on October 26th. Many will be stepping up to show some support. And speaking about taking steps, doctors encourage you to always do self-checks. It can be your first step in early detection.
A good technique to use to examine your own breast is, probably while in the shower, you raise one arm above the head, and then with the other hand, you use the fingertips, because that's the most sensitive part of the finger, and then you go in a circular fashion around the breast and pressing a little gently and just feeling for lumps or bumps. And if there are any unusual masses that are felt, then a patient is encouraged to seek medical attention and possibly get a mammogram or a sonogram.
And be sure to tune in to News 2 for the entire month, and we'll have more breast cancer awareness information. The St. Thomas St. John District's annual ESIP Expo is coming up this Saturday, October 11th at the Tutu Park Mall Center Court. That's from 12 to 4 p.m. The event provides families with the opportunity to learn more about the department's state priorities and much, much more. St. Croix's Expo will be on Saturday, November 15th at the Sunny Isles Shopping Center.
Families will love the wonderful student entertainment throughout the day, including the Charlotte Amalie High School JROTC Color Guard, Muller's Boys Read Club and Girls Powers Club, the Eudora Ken Jazz Band, students of the dancing classrooms, BCB Flambeau Combo Quelbe Band, and the Joseph Gomez Panjammer Steel Orchestra. Again, the ESIP Expo 2014 is at the Tutu Park Mall Center Court from 12 to 4 this Saturday, October 11th.
St. Croix School District wrapped up 2 weeks of lively, well-attended back-to-school Parent-Teachers Association sessions, each including the participation of the school district leadership team that made special presentations at all elementary schools and St. Croix Central High School to update parents, teachers, and students on the trends and guidelines in education for the school year 2014-2015. The educational leaders were at the Lou Muckle Elementary School back-to-school PTA on Thursday, September 24th. Malloy also used the opportunity to explain the roles of the district's division and offices in ensuring that students get an adequate education. Well, if you are wondering why some students were marching downtown on Thursday in St. Thomas, well, All Saints Cathedral School celebrated Episcopal Schools Week from October 5th to 11th. The theme for this year was the Year of the Lord's Favor. The students and parents of All Saints participated in several events throughout the week, such as cathedral service to represent school unity and to take part in a covenant at the All Saints Cathedral. School presentations were made for grades 3 to 12 during a special chapel service, a neighborhood cleanup, then the School Pride March downtown Main Street. Today, it was All Saints Family and Fun Day, Beach Day at Megan's Bay Beach. Well, hundreds of volunteers turned out Thursday on St. Croix to show the homeless some love. The annual Day of Caring is called Project Homeless Connect. The participants are able to get access to health care and free services from local agencies and businesses.
We bring all the services that we think can be useful to people who are experiencing homelessness or close to homeless. We serve breakfast and lunch, and all the agencies that work directly with the homeless are all partners to this. There are haircuts, there's giveaways of clothing and new shoes and new underwear and toiletry kits. So we try to make this as special an event as possible, while at the same time delivering some very serious services that people can take advantage of. And over the years, we know that people have gotten significant amount of help and found out things that they didn't know that they were eligible for just by coming to this event.
And another Project Homeless Connect is about to take place in St. John and St. Thomas as well. Count on 2 to keep you updated. The Heritage Celebration, the Spanish Heritage Celebration, is almost coming to a close. And this weekend, the last 3 major events will take place. Everyone is encouraged to attend or participate in the first ever Hispanic Parade Saturday on St. Croix. It begins at 11 a.m. from the Basin Triangle and goes all the way to the Christiansted Vegetable Market. It's a good opportunity to demonstrate your Hispanic country's dress and culture. Also on Saturday evening is the governor's private reception, where 4 small business owners will be honored. The VIPR Horse Racing Classic on Sunday at the Randall Doc James Racetrack will wrap up the weekend. Are you into the natural look? Well, the 3rd annual I Am Beautiful Natural Hair Workshop, Health and Business Expo may just be the thing to inspire you. It's taking place on Saturday and Sunday, October 11th and 12th on St. Thomas, and Monday, October 13th on St. Croix. Featuring reggae star and natural hair diva Etana, reality TV star from Bravo TV, Demetria Lucas, best-selling author of The Science of Black Hair, Audrey Davis, life coaching presenters, Evok, holistic doctor, Dr. Califani Rivers, and natural hair bloggers, Kinky Curly Me and Beautiful Brown Baby Doll. Activities include natural hair demonstrations on style and maintenance, among much, much more. Well, every week you can experience a taste of the islands Don't miss Best Bites. If you haven't seen it yet, it airs tonight at 7:30 p.m. and Sundays at 11:30 a.m. Travel through the VI as host Jessica Kyla takes you into local kitchens and introduces unique island cuisine and the recipes as well. That's Best Bites tonight, right after News 2, only on CBS TV 2. Well, did you purchase a sheet of the October 9th VI lottery ticket? If you did, you would have seen many images that represent Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico friendship, celebrating 50 years of friendship. Now, in case you missed it, here are the winning numbers. Take a look on the screen. But be sure to secure a ticket for the next drawing. That's on October 23rd, in which you may be the lucky one to win $175,000 in cash. But if not, you may drive away in a 2014 Jeep Wrangler Willys with the second chance drawing. The tickets are already on sale. You must enter your full sheet second chance ticket number online between October 24th and October 30th. Winners will be announced on October 31st. Well, be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.